National Police Service remains on the spot for the wanton brutality meted out on Kenyans who were caught outdoors when the nationwide curfew kicked off Friday night. Images of law enforcers beating up citizens have sparked anger, with the Law Society of Kenya threatening to move to court on Monday to question the curfew's constitutionality. While the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, or ipoa, has cautioned police officers deployed to enforce the curfew that they will be held liable individually for any human rights violations and excessive use of force. Francis Gashuri has the details.
The violent and brutal start of the nationwide curfew, ordered by the National Security Advisory Council, chaired by President Uhuru Kenyatta. Whips, batons and kicks were the language of police officers deployed to enforce the curfew. Those caught at the wrong place at the wrong time, finding it rough. Such scenes sparking national outrage, the Likoni ferry chaos hours before the curfew, setting off the first nationwide curfew in Kenya's post-colonial history on a wrong note.
And let us be law-abiding citizens. Let us not behave like children. Let us be adults and let us be law-abiding citizens and show good example. The purpose of the police is simply to enforce the laws and the regulations of the land. So before we come to the police, first of all, talk to the people. Tell them to take care of themselves.
The Law Society of Kenya, LSK, through its president Nelson Harvey, blasting the police force for excessive use of force, noting that the penalty for contravening a curfew was a fine of not more than 1,000 shillings or a jail term of 3 months and not corporal punishment. LSK moving to court on Monday to contest the constitutionality of the curfew, insisting police conduct last night could pose more danger than good in averting the coronavirus spread. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority, ipoa, while urging Kenyans to obey the curfew guidelines and remain indoors to avert altercations with law enforcers, asked police officers to conduct themselves professionally and within the confines of the law, including reasonable use of force. And should any officer violate the law or abuse human rights, they will be held liable individually. Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe crafting a curfew slogan.
It is 6 o'clock, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. At that time, call your friend, call your family, call your colleagues, find out whether they are at home.
Deputy President William Ruto on his Twitter handle asking all Kenyans to comply with the curfew directive to curtail movement and spread of the coronavirus, but reminding the law enforcers to act firmly with restraint and civility. A similar message relayed by NARC Kenya leader Martha Karua, who wants the government to institute mechanisms to further cushion Kenyans from tough economic times aggravated by the pandemic.
Wanaweza tekeleza curfew bila kuchapa watu. Virus hii haiwezi kashindwa na rungu na kiboko na tear gas.
Governors, through their chairman Wycliffe Oparanya, want all security officers involved in the curfew enforcement to act humanely and desist from human rights violations. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights reminding law enforcers that the Bill of Rights in the Constitution had not been suspended and the coronavirus pandemic was not an excuse for human rights violation.
This is something we must do with that human face. And where it entails that members of public should go, you must talk to them and understand that, and make sure that they understand the reason why we have a curfew. Once they understand and we also understand our role, then every person will keep his line and there will be no running after people beating them.
Among the guidelines issued to police officers in enforcing the curfew include identifying themselves, ensuring all individuals remain indoor, searching and detaining vehicles in violation of the curfew, granting police bonds to detained persons, and using proportionate force where non-violent means are inadequate. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV.